play. Just listen to him. The guy is unique in every way, shape, and form. And I was really in shape. You got that right. I was really proud of him last night just looking at it, because I think Cam Newton, once again, totally maturing, totally growing up, and he's been doing that over the last. Good
morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. If it's your first time watching this show, and most people aren't at this point, most people are just kind of stuck on this shit, so that's good. But just whatever's on my brain, just out to the planet. So here we go. Obviously, yesterday's biggest news in MMA, anyway, was hey, what's up, Andy? Yesterday's biggest news in MMA was Benson Henderson signing with Bellator. It wasn't unexpected. There was already, a lot of people were saying, oh, UFC can afford to lose him. They got plenty of people in lightweight and welterweight. And I get it. That's fine. Still a guy you didn't really want to lose. You know what I mean? He's a guy that stepped in, that has the ability to go up, fight in two different divisions and win. And former champ at 155. I don't think he had a chance to be a champ at 170, but you never know. It was honestly, it was probably a good move. Not only for, I think Benson did it not only for himself, but I think him moving to Bellator definitely helped out every fighter, especially the free agents that are coming up into their last fight or their last fights in the deal with the UFC especially. He did say that the Reebok thing was part of it. Now that he can go back, he can go back to getting any sponsor he wants. He's going to be getting bank and sponsor because he is effectively the biggest name in Bellator now. Benson Henderson is the biggest name in Bellator. I mean, he's there. He's going to be the face of that promotion if he does it correctly, right? I mean, he's not going to be a guy who's going to come out and talk all this trash, but if he comes out and performs, he could easily do it. With Bellator's time, with Ryzen, World Series fighting, Bam, etc., it's a very smart move. Exactly. And in fact, now that you mentioned that, he is allowed to that deal he signed was not only with Bellator, but he can go to Ryzen, he can go to what was the other one called, Octagon with a K, some other, and he can do, his world just opened up. He can do anything now, to where the UFC kind of restricts guys a little bit, or a lot of it, really a lot. But the UFC restricts fighters. His world just opened up big time. He can promote himself. And honestly, it's a very smart move for Bellator, and it's a smart move for Benson, but it's a great move for free agent fighters because, look, that move just showed UFC guys, like, hey, you can go anywhere. You can go to a lot of different places. It's not just, the UFC's not the only fish in the sea. And it helped the UFC too. I don't know if the camera's all messed up. There we go. But, oh wow, I didn't mean to push that button. Stupid camera. There we go. It helped the UFC too with the whole antitrust lawsuit that they're working on. $100,000 toothpick deals. He does have those toothpicks, those smooth Benson Henderson toothpicks or whatever. I kind of want one just to have it. But one little box of those shits. But his world just opened up. But it also helps fighters. Like, he just showed every fighter in the UFC, that it's got a deal that's coming up that's expiring, that's even questionable, that whether the UFC is going to re-sign him or not. That hey, you can go to Bellator, you can go anywhere else and still make money, if not possibly more money. Everyone complaining about Sage Northcutt's deal, definitely looked at this like, maybe I should go check out Bellator. Now it also shows Bellator's willing to dish out the money, for the guys with names, right? So Benson Henderson, who else is coming? I mean, Sean Jordan's not a huge name, neither is Matt Mitrione really huge name. But it gives those guys hope that they can go somewhere else and make money and fight and all that. So let's say like a Matt Mitrione goes out and signs with Bellator or something. Now he can go out and get sponsors and make more money than he did fighting for the UFC. So if anything, this somewhat starts it won't even out, not for a long time, if ever. But it starts the little bit of evening out of competition between promotions. So if Bellator plays it right, they just got themselves a guy that's still, has a couple years of prime left in him, I think. Smart fighter that they can market as one of the best lightweights in the world, or welterweights if he wants to fight at 170. Instead of putting on these, old ass former UFC guys as their main events, like Shamrock versus Gracie, like Ortiz versus Bonner, like they did back then. So Kimbo died at 5,000, even though died at 5,000 never fought in MMA or in promotion, or I think a pro promotion ever. So, yeah, it's good for everybody. It really is, and I'm really happy about it because it's gonna help other fighters. You know, now that UFC can't strong arm everybody like, hey, we're the only game in town that's gonna get you paid, because clearly that's not true anymore. So, good move by Scott Coker. The other thing that bothers me about Bellator though is, and if you guys follow Julie Kedzie on Twitter, she was talking about a promotion that refused to sign a female fighter because she's not attractive enough. And if you eliminate, she said not the UFC, so if you eliminate, you know, and she also said you'd be surprised who it was. If you eliminate all the names and all the promotions that are out there, the only one that really makes sense that she's talking about is Bellator, right? Because it's not going to be Invicta, obviously. It's not going to be UFC, because she said it was not the UFC, but, and not to mention, you know, Betch Correia, come on. I'm joking. You know what? I don't think it's World Series of Fighting. I really don't. World Series of Fighting is hungry for any good talent. So if they can fight, they'll sign them. They're starving for talent. They really are. You know, so the rumor is that it's Bellator and Scott Coker. And who knows, man? They just signed a bomb-ass, a great-looking girl who says she refused to sign with the UFC, which I don't really care about what she said about that. I didn't really read it. But she's a gorgeous chick. And she's like, I refuse to sign with the UFC. I went to Bellator instead. First of all, good for you. Second of all, okay. But if this whole thing's true about Coker not signing somebody because they're not attractive, that's kind of fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. So, you know, you know, I've never been a fan of Scott Coker, ever. Even in the Strikeforce days, I was never a fan of Scott Coker. The guy, to me, the guy seems shady. As all promoters do, by the way. I don't think there's one promoter out there that doesn't seem shady to me. You know, other than maybe Shannon Knapp. I like Shannon Knapp. You know, she's actually been really cool to her fighters, as far as I know. But there's been a lot of promoters where I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know about you. You know, but you know, I'm not in their face every day, so it's not like I'm gonna be able to say anything anyway to them. But if this is true about Coker and Bellator, man, that's super fucked up. You know, so yeah, it's screwed up. If that's true, it's screwed up. But for Julie Kedzie to tweet it out, I have to side with or I have to lean that that's likely, you know, true, that's the promotion. What else happened yesterday? Oh, Sage Northcutt saying that he's going to go to TriStar full time. I think me and Andy were talking about this on Twitter a little bit. It'll work. That's a great place to go if his dad's not in the way, like Andy said earlier. If his dad doesn't get in the way, if his dad, you know, his hands off with it and decides, okay, you know, if I go do your thing, that's a great move. However, if it turns, if Sage Northcutt's dad stays involved and starts, you know, keeps making decisions, he pulled him out of TriStar because he said that they were pushing his son too hard. Come on, you know. So, the only thing that could derail Sage Northcutt at this point from improving, especially since he's 19 and he's you know, going to go to TriStar full time, is Sage's dad and himself. That's the only people that could derail him. And if he gets rid of his dad, all Sage has to do is grow up. And I mean, if you throw him into TriStar, you got to throw him in a pool of sharks. You know what I mean? And he'll grow up very quickly, right then and there. I was kind of hoping he was going to go to Jackson Wink. All the killers they got there, he'd be with the smart coaching and a lot of people that can help him improve. A Donald Cerrone, a Carlos Condit. You know, then you got BJ Penn there now. He could help him with the jiu-jitsu and all that. I thought he'd definitely go there, but you know, training with GSP, it's hard to turn that down. It's actually kind of nearly impossible to turn training with GSP down ever. So, yeah. What else is there? Oh, Ted Cruz beating Trump yesterday at the Iowa caucus. I laughed. The insanity that's going on with that's hilarious. It's just funny as shit. It doesn't make any sense. And then Bernie and Hillary tied up. O'Malley got like 0.4% of the vote. He basically bowed out like halfway through the night when he realized he was going to win. He's like, fuck it, I'm done. But Hillary and Bernie are tied, so that's kind of funny. A lot of the Bernie people are taking that as like a victory. I'm like, all right. Trump is the first of the losers, yeah. And the funny thing is, he tried to spin it like he won something. Like he was like the best second place guy ever. It was hilarious. whatever. He's so dumb. But honestly, Cruz scares me just as much as Trump does. Right? Cruz definitely scares me just as much as Trump does with all his religion shit, where he wants to throw religion into everything, which annoys the fuck out of me. And I used to be, up until I was 18, I was like, you know, the whole doing, you know, mass every week, every Sunday I had to go to mass and all that shit. And every Sunday I kept questioning, like, why the fuck is everyone chaining together with all this stuff? It makes no sense. But at least to me, it makes sense. You know, religion definitely helps a lot of people. You know, so hey, do you, whatever you personally prefer to do your thing, man. Whatever makes you happy and gives you peace in your life, you know, keep at it. But I just don't agree with throwing religion in government when government governs everybody in the country. And not everybody's your religion or religious at all. So Ted Cruz, honestly, scares the shit out of me too. With the whole Bernie thing, Bernie supporters took this as a victory, and I'm just like, you tied Hillary, you still lost. You know what I mean? In soccer, they have ties. Bollocks to religion, it should be banned. You know what? It should definitely be banned from government. It's supposed to in the U.S. I mean, the part of the Constitution is separation of church and state, and we just ignore it like it's nothing. It's seriously, when people say, oh, we're going to defend the Constitution, thank you, Lord and Savior Jesus, and stuff, I'm like, what the fuck? What? Did you read the motherfucker? Separation of church and state, bitch. What the fuck? You know, but is what it is. Yeah, so that was trippy. And then the Bernie supporters saying, oh, we won because we tied Hillary. No, you didn't. You know what I mean? And the more I think about it, like, look, there's nobody I like. I don't like any of the candidates. And I actually got some grief from a couple of my friends on Facebook yesterday because I go, well, you don't support Bernie? No. Well, why? And I'm like, well, first of all, I've been out of college for a few years. You're still in there getting your master's. You know, good for you and everything, but I'm not in that environment where everyone's like, you know, busting their ass, eating ramen noodles, and you know, wishing that, that everyone else paid for my shit. And say whatever you want about Bernie Sanders. His plan is full of question marks that he's tried to answer, and you can say other candidates have spun it to where it makes no sense, and so now no one knows what the fuck's going on. I honestly wish that there was some independent source that I can find online or something that was, you know, that could be verified as true, that can explain everyone's shit, and then we could just get straight story. But at that point, other candidates are going to take it and spin it again. So it's you know, it's weird. It's who can convince who of what. So I mean, at this point, the whole thing is still set up for Hillary to win. So I'm just like, shit. we're the losers. We're the real losers here. All right, that's what's going to happen. The people are going to lose again for like the umpteenth time. It's the same, you know, song and dance we get every 4 fucking years, and everyone knows that it's like corruption in Mexico. Everyone knows it's there. It's almost out in the open, but no one does anything about it. You know what I mean? And the ones that do get destroyed, killed, you know, over there. Over here, you try to do something about it, you get demonized. You know, Obama went in there saying he was going to change Washington. He tried, and now he's the worst president in the history of ever because some right-winger told you that. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe it's because I'm more, I try to be more balanced and even-keeled and try to see the story. It's the pure journalist side of me that sees both sides of the story as much as possible. And while Obama has done some things that you're just like, oh, dude, no, why? You know? You look at the other side, and it's not like these motherfuckers let him, you know? It's not like anybody was trying to help him do anything. And a lot of people I mean, there was legit racism in this shit, too. You know what I mean? It's like, you have no idea how many times I heard, oh, no, we got a black guy for president? No, it was, oh, hell's frozen over, I'm moving to Canada. It's like, please do. Please fucking leave, you know? It was really, it's a weird time. It's a weird time. And so now we got 8 years of a black president, and people are now just calling him the worst president ever. Like they don't remember that the economy went to shit under Bush. You know what I mean? That they don't remember that you know, they don't remember all the shitty things our past presidents have done. You know, Ronald Reagan. Everyone's so on this fucking Ronald Reagan thing where it's like, oh, you know, I'm a Reagan president. I'm a Reagan scholar. You know, that's what all the Republicans like to do. They like to quote Reagan every 5 minutes. But no one remembers that Reagan's the one that started this stupid war on drugs. You know, I mean, remember Reagan's wife was the one that went on TV to just say no. You know what I mean? And no one wants to remember Reaganomics destroyed a bunch of small businesses. And now Republicans are all about small business and all this other shit. So It's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing. I do not like this motorcycle that's right behind me either. Hold up a second. This fucker's way too close. He's like, I have a pickup truck and I don't have a cover on my bed. I mean, I normally, like, I need to buy one soon, actually, now that I think about it. But if this dude slams into me when I slow down, he's gonna go flying to the back. Ronald was so popular they shot him. Hey, you know what? Everyone that got tired of his Reaganomics shit definitely went after him. You know what I mean? So this whole war on drugs thing is a fucking scam. It's just to put people in jail. So now there's actually a bill in Arizona, I think, to defelonize misdemeanor charge, small amounts of marijuana. Right now, I think you can get like 2 years mandatory, I think, for like any possession of marijuana. It's fucking ridiculous. They need to legalize that shit just overall too, by the way. But America's so scared. Old America that ate up all that bullshit Reagan and Bush Sr. put out there about drugs. That ate up all that garbage, and the pharmaceutical companies putting all that shit too, and the alcohol companies putting all that shit out there too. All those fucking old people that fucking bought that shit are the reason why marijuana's still illegal. They're part of the reason, but it's stupid. It really is fucking ridiculous that a plant that makes you happy and mellow and chills you the fuck out is illegal. What does alcohol do? It chills you out a little bit, but it also has negative effects on your health. I've never heard of one person dying of marijuana ever. You know what I mean? Maybe someone got high and got stupid and jumped off a fucking balcony like an idiot, think they would fly like a bird. But that guy had problems to begin with. It wasn't just marijuana. So, and it's just, it's a weird thing, man. This planet is fucking weird. This society's fucking weird. It's just, if you sit and think about it, you can drive yourself a little nuts. Trying to figure out why this shit is so fucking stupid, So, now I went on a rant, went from MMA to all this shit and politics and everything. I also try to get away from politics as much as I can, and I just can't. It's hard for me to do it. And again, it's a journalistic part of me. Hell, when I was in school, I was still in school, we had to go cover, city council meetings and politics and all that. And I had to go, I was at the city council chambers, once or twice a week trying to get quotes and trying to get stories and trying to talk to council members and all that. And I went to council members meetings at their offices and their speeches and all that. And so I got really involved, not in politics itself, but in covering them, you know what I mean? And covering these politics. And so it's hard, it's like in me now to like want to like follow it for some reason. It's, I don't know, it's interesting, man, but I wouldn't want to be involved in it. I wouldn't want to be a politician, I don't think. I think if I did, I would start speaking the truth as much as I could, and I would get like demonized for it. You know what I mean? I would get demonized for it, and I would get just villainized. It'd be ridiculous. So, the way I see it, like if someone goes up to me and they're for example, like, I immediately think I could never be friends with somebody that wants to be president. You know what I mean? Because I don't think smart people want to be president. I think smart people understand what that job entails, and I don't think anybody that's smart and intelligent wants to be president. I think people that want to be president have an ego about them. And they'll do anything to win, and then once they're in, they'll do anything to stay, and including becoming puppets of whoever. And it's just a disgusting, nasty world that's politics, man. That being said, I would run for something local. Honestly, one, to see if I could win, and two, to see if I can make a difference, at least locally. And I've considered it before, but it's hard to run against established people around here, especially because people in Arizona are mostly old people for them, now retired people that got nothing but time to take sides and vote for people. So, like, for example, if I ran for, let's say, city councilman, my number one thing would be education. We have some dumbass kids running around here saying on fleek and stupid shit like that, and dabbing, and their extended vocabulary is like fucking lyrics to a Drake song. So my number one thing would be education, and number two would be keeping law enforcement, not only anyone who wants to be a politician should be banned for life from ever being one. That's exactly how I feel. You know what? Now that we're on that, that's exactly how I feel about cops. If you tell me I want to be a cop, I don't want you to be a cop at all. I think being a policeman should be a job that you're almost not elected to do, but it shouldn't be a job that you want to do. It's like, I want to be a cop because I want the action. I don't want your crazy ass in there. Billy Connolly? Okay, yeah. No, was it Carlin that said? I don't know if it was Carlin that said that. I forgot. Damn it! Now I can't remember the quote. When I remember, I'll tweet it to you, man. But I want police officers to be people that don't want to be police officers. You know what I mean? So to show restraint. Police officers that they're like, you know, that don't want to shoot anybody. Police officers that actually want to, you know, solve problems and solve crimes, not, you know, be so quick to point a gun at somebody or scream at them or whatever. And I get a police officer's job is incredibly difficult. You know what I mean? You're an officer of the law. You have certain quote unquote powers and you know, liberties, I guess, to you know, to do your job. You know, your job is supposed to be to protect and serve, but it seems like they're shooting motherfuckers. Being a cop is mostly about ego. Yeah, you know, it seems like it. You know, I have a friend that's a cop, and you know, to be completely honest, he's kind of an idiot. He's a cop in a big city here in Arizona, and you can already guess which one that is, because I don't want to throw his business out there like that. But he's a cop here, and he always tells me about, oh, we have to do a sting of this and all that, and then, you know, we busted what was it? I arrested a guy that was trying to get a prostitute, and my first thought was, why the fuck did you arrest that guy? For trying to get pussy? Or you shouldn't be paying for it. And I'm like, oh, okay, what the fuck is this guy doing? Huh. I think someone legit just parked in our parking lot to use our dumpster. Uber douche. I'm gonna have to talk to this motherfucker in a second and be like, dude, you can't be coming here like that. I'm gonna find out where you live and go dump my trash in your fucking front yard, dickhead. How do you like that? Not that it's a big deal. I think the trash truck comes today. But I do dislike that he parked right next to me and made it hard for me to park my giant ass truck. So, yeah, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Y'all might catch someone on video getting a beat down. It ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna whoop this dude's ass if he starts some shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna fight nobody for using a trash can. I don't give a shit. I don't recognize him, I'll tell you that much. But let's see. But oh, okay, he's going to the office. Oh, okay, he's supposed to be here. All right, cool. Anyway, sorry. I don't recognize the guy, but I guess apparently he's part of the cleaning crew. But yeah, man, like, I think being a cop, you shouldn't want to be one. Speaking of which, when I was in the Spartan race in Temecula, Beverly Hills PD and Carlsbad PD and a couple other police departments were actually there recruiting people. And they come up to me and my friends like, would you guys like to be police officers? And all three of us said no. Oh, why? And then one of my friends goes, my friend that's like a huge marijuana advocate goes, I like weed a lot, like a ridiculous amount. Like I'm probably high right now. I don't even know it. That's what he said to the cop. The cop starts laughing like we were joking with him. No, he was high as balls. I'll tell you that shit. He ran the race high as fuck. I don't know why you do that, but that's just funny to me. Although Nick Diaz does triathlons high as fuck, so I guess it's, you know, maybe don't knock it till you try it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Shit, I can't. My brain's all scrambled and I need to think. I'm gonna post last night's Breaking the Law on YouTube here in a couple hours. Because it takes forever to make that thing, you know, put it out there. I'm going to start editing the Spartan race footage that I got. It did cut out at about 1.5 miles before I finished the damn race. So I'm going to edit it so it's like, I'm going to try to make it like a 5-minute video so it just shows obstacles and a couple things here and there. What else is there? Okay, I'm running out of things here. Yeah, that's kind of it. Looking forward to seeing my nephew hopefully today for the first time in about 6 days. No, like 5 days. I miss the hell out of that kid. Whenever I don't see him, like, it's weird. I get like cranky. Like, that kid is like the source of my joy at the moment. Because everything else, you know, I don't talk a lot. I talk about myself a lot, but I don't talk about like, what, you know, I don't get very deep into my personal life and stuff. I'm not saying things are bad because they're not horrible or bad at all. To me, bad is someone's dying or, you know, someone's very sick or anything like that. And I'm not at all like that, thankfully. You know, everyone in my family so far is healthy and everything, and everyone's good. No one's getting kicked out of the house or anything. But just, you know, things get stressful, you know, at certain times. So, you know, when I see that kid, it reminds me, you know, there's more important things to worry about and stress out about. You know, so and the kid's just awesome. He's just fun. He comes in honestly. He comes when he comes over, and the first thing he says is like, cartoons. Can I watch cartoons? And I'm fuck yeah, dude. I'm your uncle. I'm not your dad. I don't give a shit. Let's go watch cartoons. We go watch cartoons. I give him his, he likes a warm cup of milk. I sneak him a couple cookies, not too many. I'm not trying to get him into the shitty habits, but I sneak him a couple cookies. And we hang out, and we just, to hear him speak his mind as a 3-year-old and how simple things are to him, but yet how much wonder he has is amazing to me. And it reminds me, and also that's the kind of thing that keeps me grounded, and it also keeps me happy. Just that kind of just worry-free happiness, I guess. He doesn't have to worry about anything we have to worry about yet. We don't have to worry about bills. You have to worry about fucking, laws or breaking them or anything like that. So, yeah, hopefully I get to see him today. I haven't seen him in a couple of days. I think my sister, he was sick a little bit, and then I was out of town. So, I supposedly, my sister told me he's good now. He's healthy. So hopefully he comes over soon today and get to hang out with my midget for a couple of hours at least. All right, that's gonna do it for me now. Appreciate you guys watching. This will be up on YouTube in a few minutes, and yeah, we got one day closer to death, ladies and gentlemen. So make every day count. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching, Andy. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful, afternoon, nighttime. Have a good night, man. And you guys all enjoy yourselves and take care of yourselves. So I'll catch you guys later. And yeah, see ya.